Today, like most other days, I'm talking pollocks. In this video, I'm going to talk through tackle for pollock, starting from the fly. Pollock are very predatory. I fish generally one pattern in a couple of different colours, which is Clouser minnow, black and orange, like this one. This is like a young pollock. Ooh, cannibalism. And white and chartreuse is a bit more sandy, sprat, and all the rest of that lot that they eat. You're trying to get this fly deep, just above the fish. They'll be sort of in and out the kelp. They'll come up, take the fly, very much like our friend the salmon. And yes, you can say salmon and pollock in the same sentence. And then it will turn back to its lie, aka the kelp. If you do not prevent the pollock from returning to the kelp, you will become kelped and you will be sad. We could maybe have a kelp counter, see how many times I say kelp or words containing kelp. No. So you have to really lock off. So we use some fairly heavy gear. So onto the fly, normally I use a loop knot, just helps get the fly moving a little bit more. From that, this is straight through. I like fluorocarbon, roughly 20 pounds. This one is 19.4 for the pedants. You're not going to come across a 20-pound pollock. Yes, okay, yes, you might, but you probably won't. What you need to do is stop that pollock from going in the kelp. Kelp is bad, so you have to lock off, prevent kelping. Roughly less than a rod length. You don't need mad distances between the line and the fly. From the leader, then it goes onto the fly line. This fly line I'm using is a Loop Marauder, and it's the Sink 7 one. That's the important thing with pollock. You want to get deep quickly. You don't really want a full sinking line either. So this one has a full sinking head, Sink 7, 7 inches a second, but also it has a non-fast sinking running line. So what that means is the line will sink, and as I pull it in, it will stay at that depth rather than the whole lot sinking, and you end up just dragging your fly up the rocks at the end, which is no good because kelp. Fly line then has backing. The backing, if you see the backing, is bad news because you guessed it, you've been kelped. So just to fill up the reel. And while we're on reels, you want a reel that's going to balance the rod. And the other important thing with the reel, we're in salt water, you want a sealed drag system. This one is the Opti Runner, a nice size for this application. Rods. Generally what we need is a 9-foot 9 or 10 weight. Because we're flinging heavy lines and fast sinking flies, combined with the power of the pollock and the fear of the kelp, we use heavy gear. Okay, you want to lock off, and you want a rod that's got enough backbone that doesn't let that whole thing dive down and get kelped. This one is a Loop 7X 9-foot 9 weight. Very versatile rod. It has been used over in the tropics for the warm water, saltwater stuff, the sort of glitz and glam of your salt water. Very good pike rod. And now, its final frontier, the illustrious pollock. As you can see, I have survived the kelp and made it back to Twin Peaks headquarters. Hopefully this video has inspired you to get out and give the pollock a go. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or get in contact with us at twinpeaksflyfishing.com. Bless you.